Okay, let's go to our last topic. I wanted to share with you, like, how do this K-pop groups actually develop the concept of a group? I'm sure you've heard of it. Different groups would have different concepts, and a lot of people are complaining, especially with girl groups. They're starting to look the same. Like, how are these people actually putting the members together, the group together, and how do they come up with a concept? The brand document also became more popular when it was shown in the Isle It documentary, not the Isle It documentary, when B Lift released a video refuting the plagiarism accusation of Min Hee Jin, and they showed the brand document of Isle It. And in there, there was a portion where they sort of identified the identity of different groups like Blackpink and others. So um, this is also popular for where's is Pink Crystal still there? Like for GMA and ABS-CBN, this are the biggest networks in TV networks and management companies in the Philippines. They would go through this exercise to create the brand essence. This is the brand document of the artists that they are actually launching. Okay, when they create a group, the number one thing that they answer is, how is this group going to be different from all the other groups? That is what they need to identify. um, if they don't go through this exercise, it's going to show, because they are very, very generic. Like, they just look like everybody else. The ones that are a bit more identifiable, a bit more unique, they went through this exercise. Okay, so that's the number one question that they need to answer. What sets this group apart? And that is what we call the USP, or the unique selling proposition. Other companies would call it different ways. Sometimes would call it the single-minded proposition, or the brand proposition, but it all means the same thing, that one thing that sets you apart from everybody else. Okay, it actually starts with studying the group, the universe that you're in. And this is also the reason Hype and all other management companies that actually know what they're doing would actually do a monthly review of their feedback that they're getting from fans, feedback that they're getting from experts, from the media, what netizens are actually talking about. That is very necessary in order to keep on evolving the concept of your group and how they're actually progressing. And we call this the 3 C's. Okay, so for those of you who have marketing background, you would know what this is. You're always looking at three major components: the competition. So in girl groups, for example, if I'm going to create a girl group, the biggest ones would be my biggest competition: Twice, um, Blackpink, nowadays, Le Sserafim. I This would be the ones that I am going to study and would look at how they actually did their brand, and I will do a one liner. I will try to determine what their USP is based on what they're actually showing. Okay, so what is the thing that your competitor provide? And then your customer, who am I targeting? Am I targeting male, female, young, international, local? Local, when I say local, I mean Korea. Who is it? Am I targeting preteens? Am I targeting mothers? Am I targeting ajumas? Who am I targeting? Okay, and then the company or the client or the product itself. So this, from the two, would give me an idea. Okay, then what is it that my own group will provide? In the middle, where all of this meet, would be the unique selling proposition. You call it boring. Cookie cutter. That is why BTS is the GOAT. Yes, they are the GOAT. Okay, so these are the things that we try to fill up, try to identify or determine as we build the group that we're putting together. The brand promise. What do you offer that others don't, or the USP? Okay, so that's always the most important. What makes you different? Now, under that, you need to be able to answer four major components: the brand value, the brand personality, the brand proposition, and the brand equity. If you want to get into marketing, these things are very important for you to know, so that you can actually create a brand document or build a brand Bible. Brand value is the core values or the principles of the brand that help you develop a company culture. So, for example, my values, the who can we Twice, for example, they have to be attainable, they have to be cute. These are just example. Attainable, they have to be cute, friendly. They are the n- door next, the girl next door type of personality. So very cute, not glamorous, but they're not beautiful but pretty, right? So they're not gorgeous, but attractive. They're not um, expensive, but sophisticated. So that is the brand value. Brand personality is once you make your brand or product, human being, what is it that they will embody? What kind of characteristics that they will have? What kind of quirks? What kind of voice? What kind of personality traits? So, for example, if Twice is a human being, I would say she likes white. That's what I would say. She likes putting things on her hair or putting it in a bun. She doesn't really go for thick jewelries. Like a simple diamond tennis bracelet will do. But when she walks with grace. She doesn't swing her hips a lot, but instead she actually looks around and say hi to everybody. That's the kind of person that she is. She doesn't wear like bright red lipsticks. It's more like nude pink, natural pink, something like that. So that's the kind of person that I want her to be. The proposition is the clear explanation as to why customers would support the group, or if it is a product, why would they buy this product? So usually there is a format to this. The format is, if I buy Y instead of X, I would get this, right? So if I for example, if I support Twice instead of Blackpink, I would blank. I would be more happy rather than jealous. If I go for Blackpink, there's jealousy because they are unattainable. For Twice, it's happiness that I will get. That's just an example. And then the brand equity would be it's actually wrong, but these are the assets that your brand is going to have. So this is where the members actually come in, right? So if I'm building a cute concept, for example, that's my concept, what kind of members am I looking for? Um, and then from here, then you have your vision and then you have your mission. Okay, a lot of people actually confuse this too. Vision is your destination and mission is how you're going to get to that vision. Okay, vision is destination, mission is how do you get there, the route that you're going to take to get to that. One of my favorite vision would be from Coke, a Coke within an arm's reach to everyone in the world. So that is very visual to you. You know exactly what they're trying to get. One of my favorite missions came from Collis Potter Huntington. This is actually a shipping company, and their mission is build good ships here at a profit if we can, at a loss if we must, but always good ships. So you know that that is how they're going to do their daily work. Always quality, even if they lose money. And then there's the Google Vision. Google's vision is provide access to the world's information in one click. And then their mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Now, how do we translate this into different groups? If, for example, if I am to come up with the USP of Blackpink, it would be unreachable glamour. That's what they're selling: glamour, beauty, um, high ticket price. So it's not, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, hip hop or whatever. It's not actually what they're selling. They're selling unreachable glamour. So you want somebody that people will be in awe of. I actually discussed this. One of the ways that they achieve this is by using we call it the worm vision, the worm point of view, or the ant point of view, where the camera is actually below them and it's looking up at them. Because remember, the camera is you, the camera represents you, so you're actually looking at them the way the camera is looking at them. So they're always putting you below them. That is the idea behind that shot. So go back into the different pictures and thumbnails, opening sequence of Blackpink and the closing sequences of Blackpink videos and their shots, their photo shoots. Almost always it will be from below, because they want you to be below them. They're unreachable glamour. Big Bang, they were positioned as artists among idols. That's why initially, um, Yang Yan Suk would always say that he doesn't rush the process because art takes time. That's why they rarely release an album, because they are being positioned as the artist among idols. Girls' that generation is actually a bunch of nations' daughters. So that's what they other people want. That's how they want the rest of Korea to look at the members of Girls' Generation, to be their daughters. Twice is globalized Korean beauty. Initially, they started with Korean beauty. So they just want to represent what Korean women is supposed to be. That's what Twice was supposed to be. As they grew and as they evolved, as they aged, then it became globalized. So that is their core. Korean beauty is their core. And so that is actually how, I think that's the last one. So that's how they put together the group. That's how you will determine what sets you apart. So whenever you're looking at a girl group or a boy group or any kind of performer for that matter, or artist, like try to determine what puts this artist, what makes him or her different from all the other artists that are within his industry or genre. If you can't identify it, then they probably went through a very, very bad brand practice, brand positioning practice, or they just really are failing at it. Than commercial ads. I felt the Korean don't respect BTS like they do with Big Bang. Um, I think they do. It's just that a lot of the things that you're hearing are coming from social media. And I think we know by now that a lot of people, including SM Entertainment, a lot of companies actually hired viral companies to spread a lot of negativities around BTS. And that is fine. I think our job as fans, as armies, is to just continuously emphasize the records that they have set, both on the commercial and artistic level, and the artistic one is more important. And I think one of the things they can't deny is how BTS has actually made an impact internationally, to the point where their individual careers, are actually now hinged on the international market than the local market. If we continue emphasizing and talking about and if we can continue talking about the quality of their art, I think eventually things are going to come around and people are just going to forget about the hate, especially once they slow down. They're going to forget about the hate, and they're going to get the kind of respect that the Beatles actually started getting once after they broke up. It just time it usually takes time. Le Sserafim has always had an athleticism element of their presentation, selling branded workout clothes. Um, that's true. That is true. Um, if I am to identify the the unique selling proposition of Le Seraphim, I know it's actually Bang Shiyuk already said it. He said that it is the fearless concept. That is the unique selling proposition, supposedly. But if I'm going to be tasked into articulating the unique selling proposition of the group, I would say it is the essence, it is the substance beneath the beauty. It is substance beneath the beauty. In other words, they look like from the beginning, the model, the catwalk kind of style has always been theirs. That's how they were introduced, catwalk. So you know that there's like a certain beauty, glamorous type of packaging. But then if you listen to their songs, if you listen to the messages of their songs and how prolific their sound is, you will realize that there is more substance in there. So that's how I will probably be putting it. It's the substance beneath the art. Sorry, the substance beneath the beauty.